Ladies and gentlemen, here we go for our last match of the day. We have Liquid Sheth against I Am Fenix. Wait, I'm not Fenix, but yeah, I'm gonna use that. I'm gonna keep using that. I used it last week. I used it this week. I'm always gonna use it. I'm gonna use it next week. Nevertheless, we're gonna head over to NASL Crevasse, an awesome macro map coming in. And here we go. So in the top left-hand corner, boom, there it's on your screen. We can see we have I Am Fenix as the yellow Terran. In the bottom left-hand corner, we have as the purple Zerg Liquid Sheth. If you're wondering why you see the same colors all the time, did you know that 1/7 of the people in the world are colorblind of some sort? Crazy. This helps with all the colorblind people. And, you know, NASL, we're some mannered people. Emmett, confirm. Nevertheless, we got close positions clockwise for Fenix advantage. Alright, I just said some random words. I'm going to let it soak in with you guys. Now I'm going to explain. This natural is going to be very close to the main of Fenix. It enables Fenix to get, once he gets those medevacs out, enables him to really start the pressure up on his opponent. This distance to be able to harass is going to be really, really advantageous for him in that beginning mid stage. Okay? That's the big part. So if he goes something like a very fast, you know, medevac thing, we've seen a lot of times that 3 racks, you get your expansion up 3 racks and then double medevac drop really, really early in that 8-9 minute stage. Catch your opponent off guard. It can really do wonders on a map like Crevasse, where you can just plant down there really quickly. We do have this hatchery going down all the way over here. It's not too well, it is a little consequential, but nevertheless, I do want to keep working on this because it's still a great vantage point to see everything that your opponent is doing, regardless of it being, you know, of an expansion coming over here. Because eventually the third will be taking over here, and it still gives Fenix that great ability to press up on his opponent. Nevertheless, I do want to talk about this. As the game starts to mature, as we see that expansion start to run out, it actually favors Sheth, and here's the big reason why. Every expansion that Fenix does is going to be through, every expansion that Sheth does is going to be farther and farther away from Fenix. Now that might help to some extent, but at the same time, what it also does is hurts because Terran armies are not as mobile. I mean, you don't have those meterless, well, you have those meterless flying around all over the place. They're the ones that can pick off so many air units. The medevacs start to be a little bit of a dice roll in dropping, and it can get very troublesome. You have to do all these combination attacks, and with good spine crawler spreads and things like that, Sheth can be very, very strong going into that later game stages. So I think as it progresses on, Fenix has a very difficult time at gaining expansions, whereas Sheth, he only gets empowered as that mid-in game stage. So if I was Sheth, I'd be leaning towards that type of route, going for that very, very passive style in the beginning stage. If I were, of course, Fenix, I'd be going for this very, very early mid-game stage. And already we can see that Fenix is doing just that, going this early barracks pressure. And I love this. He sees, oh, my opponent is taking this outwards expansion. I'm going to take advantage of that. He has to defend against this area over here. Now, what Fenix can do is blow down these destructible rocks and really take advantage of his opponent in that way. And starting off the game with a little bit of queso, never, never too bad. Actually, queso is one of my favorite appetizers, if not entrees. It's so delicious. We do see that Sheth intelligently starting his creep spread, though, very early. And this is one of the key things that I really implore everybody that's just starting out with Zerg to do, because it's so important that you get that creep spread early, especially on a map like Crevasse. We can already see the 2 Reapers are going to start up and possibly work on a Sheth, but I'm not sure. Roaches are out for him. Does look like Combat Shield has just about finished. We're going to start to see the aggression momentarily. A couple of Zerglings are going to come around here, and it looks like he's going to swoop behind and possibly take out a couple of Marines. This could be very bad And Fenix, because of this, might have to show his plan. Actually, it will be shown. Combat Shields is upgraded. That's going to be a huge tell to Sheth. Why would you ever need Combat Shields at this point in time? Now sees all the Marines. That should be the instantaneous tell to Sheth right now. He should be making a lot of units. There we go. Baneling Nest is going to be, Zerglings are going to be popping out momentarily, and Sheth will be able, in my opinion, to defend, or at least he knows about this. Will he be able to defend against this accurately? That's going to be the big question. Now finally running in with those 2 Zerglings. Cease. Wow, that's a lot of Marines, and that's very early in the game. He's going to keep making those Zerglings. Sheth making the perfect read. And you know what? Fenix might be in a lot of trouble. Now we can see a lot of SCVs being sent in right here. And do you know what SCVs are good against? Everything that Zerg has, minus Banelings. Do you know what Sheth will have momentarily? Banelings. Of course, Baneling Nest just about to complete, and we're going to see instantaneously that probably 8 Banelings will go down as soon as possible. Now finally Marines and a 1 Marauder are going to come in here, and here we go. The drones are actually getting pulled as well. A good surround going on right now, but there's a lot of HP in this Terran army. It looks like Terran will be able to clean out most of this, and he has to back up 22, count them, 22 Zerglings on the way right now. Now focusing down on that 1 hatchery. More units being rallied in. Here we go again, round number 2. Zerglings are going to be able to surround. Looks like a lot of these Marines are being cleaned up. The drones actually doing a lot of damage, but they're going to be cleaned up pretty soon. Now finally the Terran army will be cleaned up. GG comes out from Fenix. And that's going to do it for Fenix for game number 1. Very, very, you know, cut and dry type of game. Combat Shields was revealed. Sheth was able to act accordingly. He got the mass Zerglings, got that Baneling Nest in case. He didn't actually make any Banelings, but it's because Fenix obviously came too soon. Nevertheless, if Sheth was given even 10 more seconds, 15 more seconds, we would have saw Banelings. That would have definitely been over. It looks like Sheth had enough to deal with it just on there. Of course, the creep spread helped immensely. Getting that creep over there, being able to really surround his opponent and get that complete, you know, I guess, surround. Yeah, getting that whole surround really helps out. Increase the DPS of those Zerglings, and there you have it. So Sheth is going to take a quick game number 1. We're going to be moving over to game number 2 in a little bit. Everybody stay tuned.